The FIFA World Cup has always been football's biggest stage. From Diego Maradona's magic in 1986 to Lionel Messi's triumph in 2022, the tournament has delivered unforgettable moments that have united billions of fans around the world. But in 2026, the World Cup enters a new era. For the first time in history, 48 teams will compete for football's ultimate prize instead of 32. The tournament will be hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, featuring a record-breaking 104 matches. But one important question remains. Will this new format make the World Cup more exciting, or will it reduce the intensity that fans have loved for decades? Let's find out. The World Cup we used to know. For many years, the World Cup featured 32 teams. Every group stage match felt like a final. One mistake could send a giant nation home. Just ask Germany in 2018 or Belgium in 2022. The pressure was immense. Players knew there was little room for error. This pressure created some of the most intense football matches ever played. But FIFA wanted to give more countries an opportunity to participate, and so the 48-team World Cup was born. The big change. In the new format, 48 nations will be divided into 12 groups of 4 teams. The top 2 teams from each group will qualify automatically. In addition, the 8 best third-place teams will also advance. This means 32 teams will reach the knockout stage. For smaller football nations, this is fantastic news. Countries that previously struggled to qualify now have a realistic chance of reaching the World Cup. Fans from more nations will experience the excitement of football's biggest tournament. But what does this mean for match intensity? More drama or less pressure? Supporters of the new format believe it will create more excitement. More teams mean more stories, more underdogs, more surprises. Imagine nations making their World Cup debut and shocking traditional giants. Those moments could become one of the highlights of the tournament. The expanded knockout stage also means more do-or-die matches. Once the round of 32 begins, every game becomes a battle for survival. That could produce some of the most dramatic football we have ever seen. However, critics see things differently. Because third-place teams can qualify, some nations may approach group matches more cautiously. Instead of playing to win, teams may simply play not to lose. A draw could suddenly become more valuable than taking risks. And if that happens, some group stage matches could lose the intensity that made previous World Cups so special. The challenge for players. The new format also means more matches. Teams that reach the final could play 8 games instead of 7. That extra match may not sound like much, but at the highest level of football, every minute matters. Players will face greater physical and mental demands. Fatigue could become a major factor. Squad depth may become more important than ever before, and the teams that manage their energy best could gain a huge advantage. The possibility of more upsets. One exciting aspect of the new format is the increased chance of surprises. Smaller nations will have more opportunities to compete against football's elite. We could witness historic upsets that fans will remember forever. The World Cup has always been about dreams, and with more countries involved, there will be more dreamers than ever before. So, will the 48-team World Cup increase or decrease match intensity? The answer may be both. Some group stage matches could become less intense because more teams have a pathway to qualification. But the larger knockout stage could deliver more drama, more pressure, and more unforgettable moments. What is certain is that the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be unlike anything we've seen before. A bigger tournament, more teams, more matches, more stories, and perhaps a completely new chapter in football history. What do you think? Will the 48-team format make the World Cup better or worse?